Speaking of which, we are ready for our next run. So, without any further ado on my part, Aggie, please show us Dust and Elysian Tail any percent warps.
Hello everyone, I am Aggie and I'm going to do an 80% warp speed run for you all today. We'll just get right into things. Time doesn't start just yet. Oh, okay. Where is my mouse? There. With Dust, 80% warps. With warps, it implies that the run is going to be an absolute glitch fest, which it absolutely is. One of the main glitches we are going to be using in this run comes about purely because of the PC port. Because for some reason I don't understand whatsoever, you can use your mouse while you're in the map screen. So it allows us to basically warp to almost any room in the game. But we won't be seeing that for a little bit. This little cutscene here does nothing. It's going to fade.
It looks pretty though.
Time is going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So right away we are using a technique called rocket jumps. It is a form of animation cancelling that allows us to maintain momentum as we're going forward. It is faster than walking, which is, not ideal. And in a very short amount of time, we are going to get our first power up, which is our evade, which gives us all sorts of wonderful abilities. But before that, we're going to perform a little skip known as fear skip. So because of our combo's ability of basically letting us float, we can skip over the animation trigger. That is a forced fight. Okay. There we go. So that is called Dust Storm cutscene skip. On the very first frame, you pick up that, pick up that orb. It's still in. It's still in a state you can skip the cutscene. After that, if you don't get the skip, you lose about 30 seconds. On top of this, the game kind of forces you to not pause, so you can't. So the only way to actively get that skip is to click out of the game. That's not very good. Okay. So the ability that I've been using all this time and haven't really explained is basically a dodge cancel. So frame perfect that you can kind of get away with mashing. Right at the end of your out of your dodge animation, you can press the attack button and kind of refresh the dash dodge. I need this. This is bad. Come on, where are you? Come on. Can I get please? Thank you. It's unfortunate. Come on. Okay. So another ability that we got not long ago is called uh aerial dust storm. So very similar to what we do with canceling our horizontal movement. We can do so with our vertical movement with aerial dust storms. But another property of aerial dust storms is we can essentially just fly, and we can skip the very first boss of the game. But there's apparently a few giants that are terrorizing the village. No, we didn't. No, there isn't. What do you mean? And now we are entering the Alberia of the game. We're only going to be here twice. First time right now to do a little bit of shopping. And once more just for a little skip into the last area. Oh, okay. Can I open it? So right now we're just doing a little bit of talking to everyone in the village, and going to do a little bit of shopping because we need, in order to perform our teleporting. Oh, this is not good. We need to buy teleport stones. Ah, this is really unfortunate. Okay, we'll make this work. Okay. So we're going to do a little cutscene skip. By talking to our little friend as we exit the area. Ed skips the panoramic cutscene, saves about 10 seconds, and now we are going to do our first instance of warping. So normally you're not meant to be able to climb up here because we don't have the ability to climb vines yet. But another application of what we've seen before to skip the giants fight is you can kind of rise up against the vines, and we're going to get a very important upgrade known as the flesh sheath. So right now our attack value is very, very low in the single digits, but what the flesh sheath does, it increases our attack value by 150. And so you can defeat enemies very, very quickly like that. And that is the only item we'll be getting throughout the entire run. So now we have entered chapter 2. We're going to do a few more. Basically skip the entire area. But these two, you kind of need a little bit more of a setup in order to get to where we need. So we're going to introduce you to exit warps.
I have a donation if this is a good time.
Not quite at the
Okay.
moment, I'm afraid. Okay. So normally if you're going to do warps in, normally you can't directly get into rooms that are like this. Because normally warping gets, you're going into one of the either top or bottom corners. And I don't entirely understand how exit warps work, but they get you into places that you would normally never be able to get into. And so we're going to do that exact same thing again. But this time we are going to warp directly into our first boss fight, Lady Tethys. I'm not sure why she's upset, but she's very upset. So we're going to do a little bit of, a little bit of breakdancing. What we're doing is zigzagging. It is the fastest form of FPS that we have. Yeah. You see, Lady Tethys liked her breakdancing so much. Yeah, that she's going to let us live. Oh. Yeah, that was a little bit of a cutscene skip right there. If you enter back into the room right as you try to load the next room, kind of cancel out the cutscene. Right now is a good time for a couple of donations if you have any.
Oh yeah, we have an $11 anonymous donation. Poor Blue. It needs some love. Also, let's make Shovel Claws run harder. That's referring to the upcoming Stephanie Harder Puzzles incentive that Shovel Claws will be gracing us with at if we can raise $150, which we are on our way to doing. We'll make its life harder. We'll make Shovel Claws' life harder a little bit with these harder puzzles. And in relation to Team Blue, I am I'm sorry to say that Team Blue has a bit of ways to go to catch up to Team Purple and Team Pink in the mail time color bid war. Right now, Purple is in the lead with $102 raised. Pink is right there, though. Pink is at $76, so we still have some time. But mail time is coming up very soon, so if you want to lock in your preferred color of choice, you do not have that much time left to apply the mail time color bid war poll to your donation. And remember, you can do both. You can pick both your favorite color for mail time and help us hit the Stephanie Harder Puzzles incentive.
Okay, so now we are in the Sorrowing Meadows. Now, normally what you would do is go to the center, and one of the very kind old ladies that you might have seen right at the very start of the run will give us a fetch quest in order to ransack question mark four different 4 different mansions for some heirlooms. What for? Don't know. Not here asking questions. We're here to go fast. Yeah, surely nothing could happen when we go back to the wonderful old lady with those heirlooms, right? Right? Cool. More warping. So you might have seen those little slides off edges of platforms. If I need that, I don't know. They, those are slide boosts, and they are very, very fast, but very, very situational, I guess. Come on. Give you lots of speed. So you can go new. Yippee. One thing that would normally happen is, well, you would go through the mansions the normal way, and a big scary ghost would chase you. But I think because we're so fast, the ghost just gives up. Okay, so here is an example of a warp. If you just warped normally from the base of that warp, you'd be indefinitely trapped forever. Cool. Now we're 3/4 the way down. Alrighty. So those big scary floating lizards, if they get very close to the exit, you cannot leave. Especially because you are trapped. Yeah, he kind of traps you because all of our damage is physical. It only takes magic damage or fidget damage. Magic from fidget's projectiles. And now we're onto our last mention. This one is a little different. Come on, you can. Let's just do that again. So as I was saying, this mention is a little different. It requires a tiny bit of setup because there is a breakable pillar in front of the entrance, and if you don't break that little pillar, when you exit it, you just soft lock the game. One of the myriad of ways you can either soft lock or just straight up crash the game if you're not careful. So now we've collected all 4 of our wonderful heirlooms, and we're going to go back and definitely not see a boss fight. Definitely not, no boss fight whatsoever, right? No boss fight. Everything is going to be happy.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know a boss fight.
Yeah, of course. There's there's nothing bad that can happen with ransacking mansions. Nothing. Okay. Come on. Stop getting spot on the. Never mind. We're just gonna float our way up instead of going supernium. Those particular platforms can be very tricky. Cool. So now we're right in the middle of the area. Talking to this wonderful lady. Who are you? What? We haven't done anything wrong to you. Well, like, yeah. So there is one very cool thing about this boss. If you pause and unpause, Dust is just immune to damage until the next animation. I do not know why this works. It just isn't, and this discovery made this fight significantly more consistent. except if you do that and die. but that was entirely on purpose. Because come on, don't. Because I need to change difficulty here because on casual difficulty, your level ups just get assigned automatically to to the stats. But so leveling up to normal difficulty there, and just make sure we can do it ourselves and become even stronger. Cool. That's that's. Oh, we're going to need to make a little bit of a detour here, just because we ran out of teleport stones. So if you have any donations or messages that you want to read out, go ahead. Now is a good time.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to remind everyone that you're watching Power Up with Pride 2024. We are benefiting True Colors United. If you would like to help donate to this phenomenal cause, !donate in chat. You can also help us decide a couple of very important decisions we have coming up. Mainly, what color of character are we going to use for mail time, which is the very next run. So after Dust, it's time to pick our color, and just to be clear, it's still very close. Purple is still in the lead, but it is any color's race here. You have until right before we get started with mail time. So if you'd like to help us make a decision on what color character we use for mail time, now is the time to help either solidify Purple's lead or snipe it for the color of your choice.
Okay. So now we're up to chapter 4. Blink and you'll miss this next area. Because we've just entered it once. We've entered the base. And now we are at the summit. Warping is so incredibly powerful, it allows us to skip entire areas like this. And we are getting very, very close to the final area and the final boss fight of the game. I don't know who these people are. I think they're coming back for us for coming back, because we were in a little bit of debt before, but it's fine, right? It's all good.
Fine.
It's fine. Tomnook doesn't know about anything. Oh. So we're going to do the same skip we did into chapter 1. Talk to Bihan and go to the final area of the game. And very similar to the mountaintop as before. I'm not going to be here for very long. As we are now in the final boss fight of the game. So this is General Gaius. Normally, if you're playing the game casually, General Gaius would have 4 phases. We are now on the very last phase of the fight, thanks to us warping directly into this boss fight. And okay. Gaius likes to parry, but it's entirely random as to when Gaius wants to parry. So far it's been pretty decent, yippee. With not very many parries. Eyes. Um, there we go. Yep. I'm very happy with that fight. Very, very clean, minimal parries. Love to see it. And we're coming up to the very last skip of the run. Uh, so we're going to skip this little crawling animation. I don't understand how it works at all. But, oh. GG. That's time. That's funny. Okay. Okay. Cassius hit me into the end trigger, which is funny, but and doesn't really. Thank you very much for having me on. It was a very fun run.
Thank you so much, Aggie. Y'all, if you've never played this, if this is the first time you're hearing of this or you've never played it, do yourself a favor and go play this game. This game is amazing.
It's an incredible experience, and I think everyone should give it a go. If anyone wants to learn the speedrun, yeah, we have an amazing speedrun community. The Discord is linked on speedrun.com, and we have an incredible tutorial for this category made by Murtag, who is one of our lovely moderators.
Did you have any other shout outs you wanted to give before we put a bow on this?
Yeah. Thanks to Emma and Murtag, who are the wonderful moderators for the Dust Speedrunning Discord, and one of the big reasons why I started running the game.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aggie. That was a blast. I hadn't played Dust forever, and so seeing it like that that was a treat.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me on.
You are watching Power Up with Pride 2024, benefiting True Colors United. Stay tuned. Coming up next, are you ready? Because it is mail time. Coming up next, we have a 20-something loser running 14 patches mail time. We're going to make sure that we're all set up for that. So get up, stretch, get some water or some coffee or some caffeine of your choice, if that's how you are making it through the morning with us. We will be right back, so don't go too far. All right, everybody. I hope you're settling in. I hope you're having a great morning. I know we're having a great morning here at Power Up with Pride. My name is Dr. No. I am happy to be your host for these upcoming runs. And I wanted to give everyone a bit of an update because we've had some more opportunities presented to us. Uh, Coming up a little bit later this morning, we have Shovel Claws running Stephanie. Now, I've already told you that for a $150 incentive, it will add harder puzzles to the Stephanie run, which is, we love hard puzzles. Puzzles are fun. Harder puzzles are even better. But also, and this is new, so everyone pay some attention because this one's new. For another $150 donation, for an incentive, not a single donation, as an incentive, we can all do this together. We will add a debug showcase and an extra link puzzle. What does that mean? Well, it's about 10 minutes more marathon, which is always fun. It's a debug showcase, which means we're going to see a whole bunch of nifty, unusual, and probably a bit broken. That's always fun, right? Also, it's more puzzles. Puzzles are great. Stephanie is a really, really cool game, and we have a chance to add more Stephanie to Power Up with Pride. Again, that is a $150 incentive, and we are absolutely able to do that. If everyone here is able, no donation is too small to help us reach that incentive. I know we can do it. Stephanie's coming up just a little bit later this